Hey, it's Katherine from Brandequip Designs, and today we're talking a little bit about personal brands because this is something I've been wrestling with a bit myself lately, and recognizing where the line is between your personal brand and your business brand. Because what I've noticed is that there tends to be a lot of confusion around what the difference is. And that's, I think, where the trend for developing your business under your personal brand really is coming from, is that when we start a business, normally it's smart to actually create a business separate from yourself. E-Myth Revisited, which is a great book, and I highly recommend, even though it is a bit older, it talks about how when you start a new business, you should always be starting it with the end goal of selling the business in mind. So if you were to create a new business under a personal brand, you wouldn't ever want to sell that because you never want to sell your personal brand. However, if you were to start a business with its own brand and then you brought your personal brand to the mix, and so how you do the work or are able to work with people is through the business that you create, then that's a totally different story. Eventually, you could be setting yourself up to sell that if you want to. Now, I'm not saying like when you start your business, you're necessarily thinking about selling your business. You might never ever have plans of doing so, but things change. You might actually feel like you want to change direction 7 to 10, maybe even 20 years down the road. Who knows? And after that long of time in business, chances are you have something worth selling. So if you connect it completely to your personal brand, you're not going to be able to capitalize on that. Whereas if you actually take the time to develop a business brand for it, you can. So simple as that. So where does the line get drawn between your personal brand and your business brand? Well, what I've been kind of really thinking about lately is that when you start a new business, you're not only developing a business brand, but you need to be working on your personal brand because you have the ability to connect with people. You have, all these different interests and ways of thinking and actually starting a conversation. That's how you connect with people, whereas your business more than likely connects with people through advertising and marketing. So conversation is a whole heck of a lot more natural and cheaper to engage in as a marketing effort. And so you can really capitalize on that as a personal brand. So as you are developing this personal brand, you are a representative of the business that you create, so the two really inform each other. And the more people get to know you and connect with you and start listening to you, the more that they'll probably be wanting to work with you, and the way that they work with you is through your service. So your personal brand is kind of leading to your business, but it's not necessarily the same thing. And I think that's a really key difference to recognize, because a lot of times people are just kind of taking an easy way out, it seems, and developing a personal brand for their business because it's so integrated into who they are as a person. And I get that. But I'm not saying you have to keep it separated. It's kind of shades of gray here. You, as a person, your personal brand, you can share all your interests and the stuff that you're really working on and loving for your business, because that's a part of who you are. That's about being authentic and a person with integrity, and not denying a part of who you are to, the people who you love and care about and who are interested in following you. But you wouldn't necessarily share everything that you do in your personal brand with your business, but you can also share a lot of the stuff that you're interested in with that's related to your business in your business brand as well, because you are bringing that to your business. That is kind of what your business is all about. I'm just kind of going through my notes real quick to make sure I covered everything, because this is so important to really understand. And like I said, it's something I've been wrestling with, and just feel like we need to start recognizing what the difference is between a business brand and a personal brand, because there is a huge trend for developing a personal brand. And so eventually I will be coming up with a great article, I am sure, about all of this, and when to use what and for what purposes. But until then, while I'm still wrestling with a few different things, I just thought it was really important to kind of start having this conversation in some way. So just thought I'd come on here real quick and share this point of view of, how you should be building a business brand when you start a new business, and you should also be working on your personal brand. Now, your personal brand doesn't have to be super fancy or anything. You just need to be authentic about, the fact that you own a business, you love what you're doing, and it has a lot of your interests are channeled into your business or through your business or because of your business. And so it's totally okay to be sharing stuff that you find interesting because you have this work that you're doing on your personal feed in Facebook, for instance, while you also share it on your business page. It's totally okay to share on your personal feed in Facebook, again, because this is really where some of my thoughts have been coming and focusing lately. Is it's totally okay to be sharing the fact that you have a business in your personal feed while also having it in your business page. And so it's kind of like marrying the two, and it's not meant to be one and the same, but they are definitely very related, and your personal brand can really make headway where your business brand can't in some ways by connecting with people, especially on social media, because it shows that there's a real person behind it. So you are your brand's representative, your business representative, and you can get places where your business can't. For instance, back to Facebook, think about Facebook groups. You can get into groups as a person, but not as a business typically. And so a lot of times as a solo entrepreneur, you're going to be joining business type groups where everyone has, their own business or is thinking about starting their own business. And so it's totally okay. But, it's just another way of showing that you have these interests, and you can bring this into your personal feed on Facebook and into the groups that you're a part of, but you can't bring your business as much into these groups that you're a part of. So it's definitely a way of marrying the two. I personally feel as though they should be separate. You should not have a personal brand for your business typically, unless you have a really good reason for it, in which case that's totally fine. And of course, there are always ways of working around it. Actually, what I find, I've been looking since I've been thinking about all of this, is that as you build a business, you tend to just naturally start building your personal brand. And so eventually your personal brand becomes more known because that's how connections are made than your business. And so then your personal brand could be a part of multiple businesses, and you can have your personal brand website kind of a thing and have different types of things that you're a part of and let that be known, because it's kind of like how Hollywood actors start developing, perfume lines and stuff like that. People already know them, and so they're just kind of capitalizing on that. And so in a way you can capitalize on your personal brand in a way that you can't capitalize on a business brand. So the two are very important, but they are not the same thing. And in my opinion, that should not be confused or treated as the same. So that is all I'm really going to go into on personal branding right now. Like I said, it's something I'm kind of wrestling with myself, so I'd be happy to have a conversation with you if you have questions about this or, totally disagree. I'm open to, hearing your opinion and stuff like that. But yeah, I hope that this has been helpful and clarifies for you a little bit about how your personal brand has a place, but it's not necessarily the right brand for your business. And yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you want to learn more about what I'm talking about, then come check me out over at Brandequip.com, and I will see you guys later. Bye for now.